Hola, están viendo WEHO Sport.
You are watching WeHo Sports.
I am watching WeHo Sports.
Mr. Hongo out of 2014. WeHo Sports. WeHo Sports.
It's all around responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible baseball, basketball, volleyball, too. Indoor, outdoor games for you. No matter if you're tall or short, it's all around responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible rounds, responsible, yeah.
Hi, my name is Ken Todd. I'm Lisa Vanderpump's husband. I'm Jiggy's, the person that carries Jiggy, and I give a good shout out to WeHo Sports. Thank you.
Hello, Senor Dick. How are you?
Very good.
Well, congratulations on you coming out. I watched the show.
Oh, you watched the
It
show?
happened this Sunday. I mean, this week I watched the past
Okay,
week.
yeah.
And I was crying because I'm a survivor of 23 years of HIV. And when I heard you, when you were dancing around, I said to my partner, bet that's probably what it is, but I wasn't sure. And then you came out and like, yeah, you're right. How has your life has changed in this few weeks that people have?
Wow, it's only been like a week and a half, but a lot. I mean, I don't know, walking into the unknown of how people are going to react to me, to the disease, to everything it's just, I don't know, it's kind of scary that you just, you don't know. So, but I knew that this was the right place and the right platform for me to do it. It's back on television where people have seen me go through my personal issues before on the other show on Big Brother and stuff. So that was like really my intention. My entire intention of doing this show was to use this to go public with the fact that I was HIV positive. And because you never hear, you'll probably see it on the next episode. So it's probably a spoiler, but I'm sitting there going, I know that me and Magic Johnson are not the only straight motherfuckers out there with this disease. This is bullshit, And why should I feel like I should have to hide the fact that I have a disease? It's just stupid. It's just stupid. The stigma attached to it is ridiculous. And I hope that in a little tiny way that I can do something to kind of break those barriers or at least add to it. You know what I mean? So, and people have stopped talking about it. It hasn't been in the press a whole lot, where it's just put on the back burner because it's treatable now. And people don't realize that there are still millions of people dying of AIDS and AIDS-related diseases. And the fact that 40% of the people carrying don't even know that they're carrying and passing it along. So I don't know, some of the numbers and statistics are just crazy. But, all in all, it's just people are people. People are people. It is what it is. And, any kind of disease or anything like this with the stigma is just ridiculous. So I hope that I can just add a little bit to that. And the massive amount of press that has been circling me and is circling me right now. I feel like I'm in a tornado of insanity right now. And the reaction has been so great, It's so supportive from all the fans. I mean, I was driving down Hollywood Boulevard and had somebody pull up and go, "You're so courageous. I love you. It was really good what you did," and so on and so forth, as I'm driving down the street. So I know it's a good thing that I did, and I'm happy I could do it. So
I think it's a fantastic thing that you were able to use that platform. But take us to the process of how difficult it was for those 3 years of going in your head. Should I come out? Should I not come out? Because it's very difficult.
For me, It wasn't because when I was diagnosed, I was in a long-term relationship. I was already in a 2-year relationship with my girlfriend, and I think about 6 months after my diagnosis, I like talked to her, and I'm like, I'm considering going public, and she's like, no. It was like out of the question. So, and being in a relationship, you have to take your partner's feelings into consideration. So then it was off the table. But after breaking up with her and the show started airing, we were broken up for like 10 months. When I started talking to producers and casting, it was probably 3 months before. So let's say like 6-7 months after we had broken up. And I don't know, I think about, well, if I want to go public with this, what's the best way? A blog, a YouTube video, calling someone in the press that I know and having them run a story or something. And this came up, and I was like, this is perfect. So, and I really thank VH1 because VH1 for to allow me to use their television show to go public with this is fantastic, because there's not a lot of networks that will let you use their shows for your own personal reasons, and they really did, and they were fully supportive, and they've been great. So it's been a good experience. It's been a really good experience.
I know you said on the show that you haven't had any sex for so long.
3 years.
I mean, is it gonna get easier for you?
Well,
I know that there's people out there
It didn't show,
okay.
but you have to understand, and I'm not. Trust me, I'm not trying to say I'm like famous or celebrity. I never use that word. I just say that I'm well known, and I am. I'm well known. But for being in my position, like dating, if I'm asking you out on a date, and I have to tell you that I'm HIV positive, I keep my fingers crossed and hope that you don't go to the press and sell it to TMZ, Us Weekly, somewhere else. It's just so. At the end of that relationship, I'm like, this is going to be it. You tell one person, they're going to tell 20. I mean, with anything, because people like to talk. So, so I just figured that was going to be it. But after this going public and stuff, I got to tell you, I have never been hit on so many times in my life as I have in the last week and a half. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. So I'm sure that there's as I'm finding, there are plenty of women out there that are willing to get into a relationship. It'll be a matter of time. I'm sure that
You'll find someone.
I'm sure.
My partner's negative. We've been together 21 years, so it could happen. But I had to disclose when it was tougher, when it was the epidemic of this max and nobody knew.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she was
well,
like, I want
absolutely. Let me tell you, one of the toughest conversations I ever had in my life was with my girlfriend that I might have infected her. I didn't know. That was my first concern, So, yeah, that was, my God. That's a hard conversation to have, So.
I was married when I was diagnosed, and to tell her she ended up in a psych ward, and that's the toughest thing to see, because just the thought of her being an HIV positive, which she wasn't, but just the thought for her.
And at that point, it's you that brought it into the relationship and everything else. So, but I don't know. At least I had that. I never cheated on you to fall back on, because I didn't. It was before we were together. Yeah, and you're in such a, I'm in what you think is such a low risk group, but I'm here to say that it could be anybody. So it could be anybody. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure to meet you. Oh, it's quite all right.
Hi, I'm Karina Smirnoff, and you're watching WEHO Sports.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Very much.
Thank
we
you.
love you and the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you.
So
Thank
great.
you.
You're watching WeHo Sports, and I'm Evil Dick.